Hi, happy Monday. I had every intention of coming on earlier, but sorry, grabbing my water. Did not realize that there was no school today until I actually got to the school zone. And there was no school zone, and I was like, wait a minute. So my Monday morning plan to jump on and just kind of give a quick look at energies. Today, what is challenging, supporting as we're right in this full moon energy. My little one is home, and that's why I put quick. I don't know how long I'll stay on, but we shall see. Maybe he'll pop his little face on too. How's everybody doing? It's intense, and like I've been in this light bubble, and that's how I've been guided, is to kind of just shut out the noise and really get very reflective and clear, and trust myself and my challenge, right? But so anyways, that's kind of where I've been and where the guidance has been, to kind of full moon in Virgo, be in hermit mode. You might be really challenged to be looking at, or maybe you sacrifice yourself a little. Virgo's the martyr and giver, healer, the divine feminine energy, Gaia energy, and it goes deep in our consciousness of the idea of the feminine sacrificing. And sacrificing, again, still on relationships, emotions, how openings, and really realized I had some walls of resistance up, and working through those. So some similar stuff may be going on with you. It's definitely fear too in the collective, especially with what's Corona and the just blatant instilling of fear going on in the collective. But it feels like there's that shadow aspect we're all kind of being faced to, and messages coming through when I was meditating before I came on and pre-shuffling. Hi, Mark. Yeah, it's crazy shit. Messages coming through of really, again, being in that bubble, not buying into fear out here, or even what you might be picking up from those that you're connected with, really going into that place of trust and knowledge of self and unconditional love, I feel like, and what it means and where it exists within your connections. And that's not just with people, it's with where you're living. Give our time and energy to really making sure that you are happy with where you're putting your time and energy, and that you're receiving it back equally. I just feel like that's a lot of what's going on, and finding that balance in there. Looking at my notes, we're gonna have this energy. I feel like today, tomorrow is going to be a lot of allowing things to just kind of unfold, seeing things for what they are, and where that's kind of headed, what it's doing. And it's not, I think, and I got to stop doing that. I know it's a fear of having your heart's desire. There is this sense of like deservingness that I feel like, at least for me, was kind of triggered this weekend, of really believing that I can have what I want, right? Kind of thing. So I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. But I think it's this idea of we're almost, our ability to create our reality. And I feel like for myself and many, we know it's coming. We're actually seeing manifestations of intentions that have been put out for a period of time. Remember, this is the last full moon of the astrological new year. So it could really feel like it's this whole past year coming back around where you were last year at this time compared to where you're at this year. And I'll tell you, for me, when I was looking at that, it is a 180. It's a complete 180. And it is, that's where it kind of got a little like, whoa, like everything I had been putting out and working towards is starting to come into fruition. I'm working through and being very aware of possible self. I'm like, that's my heart chakra opening up to actually allowing myself to receive all the good shit. That talk, it's how I work through things. And as you can tell, or starting to learn, it's how I heal as well, not just myself, be a shit show or whatever. And I'm just like, girl, you're just scared. Like, what if it really is happening? What if it's everything you asked for? You're fucking scared. Now get over that shit. Let's do this damn thing. Stay focused, kind of thing. So I'm just clearing decks while we chat. And what I thought we'd look at is just some of the energies, current energy, what energy might be challenging us, supporting us, and any other messages. No school. And I totally felt like I totally had this, like, I live in another dimension moment where I did not even realize there was no school, straight up. And I was kind of like, whoo, okay, girl. I've been, like I said, in my bubble. I'm going to start with a different deck than I normally do. So let's just look at, actually, no, I want this one for this. Let's kind of go here. The highest good of us all. I felt more, so yeah. All right, well, thank you guys. Journeys at the bottom, I caught that. New paths, right? I feel like that's a lot of it is where direction. That's what's coming in, and it's like, I feel like it can be a little overwhelming. The first card that came out is walking away, and it's definitely that energy. Like, none of these big energies surprise me because I've already talked about them, and the cards are just a tool, right? What do we turn our back on? Where do we put our focus? What is the heart's desire? And then we get hostilities, and it definitely can cause this, right? I'm also noticing the sword up. And to me, that's, again, this, where do I have to cut things off? What do I have to walk away from? And it's also dealing with what's going on outside of it collectively, like, or individually, right? Of dealing with the kind of, I guess, consequences of when we do this, when we cut this off. It's a little bit too, like, I don't know what this guy is doing right now, but he's talking to me a little bit of kind of being on guard, like, of now is this clarity coming in of this. And then Goddess of the Moon came out. Really? Super full moon, Virgo energy. This is all about intuition. These moon energies, you might have stuff going on with the sixth chakra, third eye. It to me very much is kind of the supporting energies to this, is really trusting your intuition, kind of being on guard, allowing the moon to reveal clarity, trusting that third eye, clarity coming in, could be openings of the third eye, like I said. Just looking at the numbers too a little bit, balancing for sure. And coming within, that's where I'm at on my journey. And I think that sometimes, I don't think I know, I'm working on it. It can be overwhelming. It's again this sense of everything coming into alignment, and that's this energy of trusting your intuition, allowing things to open up, going inward, really staying with spirit, call on the archangels, on your guides. There is so much light and assistance available to us all that this is really the next I'd say day Tuesday, and allowing clarity to come in order to see these. This too, to me, is coming in a little bit about with these energies of if there's any of this around you, really seeing it clearly. There could be a fear too of people around you who fear that you're walking away. There's an energy of that or something coming through with that. So take it if it resonates. It's general, you know. Let's see what else. Anything else with this walking away? Chariot movement, idea of movement forward, and your heart, following your heart. In the chariot in traditional tarot, that's what this card represents, is motion, that third eye coming through of knowing what direction to go. And it might not even be for some that it's having to walk away from anything. It's just knowing the direction, you know, where to kind of, I guess, turn your back to the wind. Is that make sense? It's bound to, it could be spiritual partners. But to me, it's more of, and my intention with these videos is more to focus on just you, as an individual, and the collective. I want to focus on healing and what's going on with each of you. So anyways, it's definitely this knowing where to go, being in alignment coming through. Let's look at the hostilities. Just a little more about the hostilities. It could be partnerships, but I'm getting work-related relationships. There's crown chakra shows up. It's really, to me, as a collective message, this year being instilled. The interesting thing I realized and kind of was putting together this weekend with coronavirus is corona means crown and virus is a code. And it's interesting that the crown chakra is coming through with this kind of anger and fear. And I do feel and have had board meetings on that's part of why the coronavirus is happening when it is happening, is this collective clearing of this energy, of that old energy. Again, a 7. So there's so much divine to me and spirit and universal light energy supporting everyone and everything as a collective right now. In the choices we have to make, in allowing things to unfold and trust. Crown chakra, tell us a little more with the crown chakra. Thank you. Star comes out and heal. So, you know, here's the thing, another 7. Something with abundance too. So for some, it could be, you know, something I went through recently of really seeing where hostilities towards external hostilities being aimed at you, like jealousy darts and shit like that, can block your abundance, can block your healing, can block your spiritual path and following it. And there are people who don't want you to. It's God, there are so many. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 7 cards have a 7. So luck. Again, I feel like a lot of this is tied to destiny, to fate, destined events, especially with this being the star. And I love that this is heal here, and that's what we're being guided to. That's the path we're on, is the healing journey and moving in the direction that continues the healing and the growing and the evolving, without the old energy, attached to it, without that low vibrational shit. But there's a little bit of energy with this of outside, external, and being in that knowing that this shit's around you, and having to kind of turn your back. My throat chakra. Anybody else with the throat chakra? Like straight up, and it's exposing to me. This is the moon is exposing anything that is old, that is that low vibrational icky ass energy around us. And it is individually, it's collectively, and it's what's going to push us to on our spiritual path. It's like, again, getting this fate and destiny kind of coming through. And then we go to these, it's dreams are coming true with it being the star. They're flying everywhere. Let's see the goddess of the moon. Okay, let's hope. Wow. Okay. Yeah. We get the magician. All major arcanas too coming out with the crown chakra. So this is huge. Like, again, I'm getting this big sense of really this is very spiritual. It's very much along the lines of ascension, of being a starseed and a light worker, where the path is now becoming and will be becoming very much clearer. We're able to see this thing. This is straight up your manifestations. Trust your manifestations are coming to light. And then these two bounced out later with find balance and take the lead, but then balance underneath. So to me, it is this, wherever you've kind of been back and forth, and maybe it's multiple places, it's coming in. This is the 3 of Wands in traditional tarot, 2 of Pentacles. So again, you've put it out there, and now it's time to totally trust that it's coming, that the clarity is coming, that you will be ready very soon to make a very clear decision that maybe hasn't been so clear yet. Definitely be soul mission. Could definitely be love. The Lovers came out to clarify the 6th chakra. So if fuck, why does that happen to me? It's the Lovers. To me, it's the choice first and foremost of self-love, especially with this 3rd eye chakra, making sure you're following your heart's desire, that you're listening and trusting your heart and your soul and your intuition. If it's literally someone else, it's trusting who that person is, trusting that it is what it is. There's a whole lot coming through depending on the scenarios. Could be with some of you, there's been breakups, or there's something that could be this upper 3rd party or external energy. Again, if it is a soul partner, divine partner, that it's shit they're dealing with and walking away from, and you've got to just trust that You know, with the moon, things are not always as they seem, and this is what she does. She shows us those things, right? And again, we get another major arcana. Whew. Sevens, six, balance, and eights for you. I want to look at what energy might be challenging us right now. I think we have still hanging on to the past, would have, should have, could have. Could be past returning that's challenging you. Y'all know, you watch, it is for me. I hadn't, and I'm working through it of having some walls up because of the past. So there could be some of that. It could be the other of if it is someone, you know, that's what you're picking up on. For you, though, if for all of us, it's this, there is this sadness and, you know, feeling in the collective of change is happening. And it's very new and different. And that can be very difficult, as we all know. There's something popping up on my screen and I have no idea. Hold on. All right, I'm going to talk over it. You guys can't see it. So it is the past get-go of like looking at the cape, and, you know, it's this maybe facing some of our own past selves, choices of the past, and where we kind of, I don't know why, but fell short. Could be that sacrifice and martyrdom energy I was talking about coming through, of maybe just looking back and realizing, I don't know what this is doing. Definitely the challenging energy coming through is the past. Being reflective on the past, releasing it. Again, with that walk away, could be people too, you know, just this having to let go. Anything else with this Five of Cups is challenging. To clarify the Five of Cups, we get the Ten of Cups. Again, it's like I'm getting this energy of what's challenging is having to let go of certain things in order to get on the path, or to stay on the path, or to head towards everything that you want. There's things you have to maybe leave behind. And it's not people per se, right? And kind of having to go through all of that, you know, some shadow work to supporting. High Priestess. It's very goddess of the Moony to me. Again, it's that inner knowing. It's that trust that even though that things are not as they seem, it's again not looking outside of you. You are, and spirit is the supporting energy, holding. You know, the High Priestess sometimes, not sometimes, she's got secrets, right? Like, and it's not secrets like betrayal or anything, but she knows shit, and she knows that sometimes it's not the right time to. So I'm getting that, like, it might be that for some of you of there's a knowing and stay there, but it's not really the time to act. There's still some things the universe is bringing in for you before decisions are made. Tell me a little more about High Priestess and the supporting energies. Knight of Cups. Could be dealing with a water sign, an offer coming in, maybe knowing that this offer is coming in. It could be too, you knowing what direction you want to go. You know where your heart is. You know what, you know, to follow your heart, follow your emotion, follow the feeling. And I see this kind of in both of these, right? Of it's very emotional. There's cups. It's that heart's desire. And maybe that's the big message right now today for us is getting really clear on what your heart wants. And being in that, trusting in that, knowing that you're manifesting your heart's desire. If it is someone, it's definitely you're moving towards each other. Anything else with this? No, they're like, that's it. Yeah. Hard work. Ace of Cups. There's hard work is paying off. Like, and again, I've been getting like my guides like celebrate, look back at how far you've come. And trust yourself that you know what direction, you know what you want, you know. And it's time now to not let anything try to confuse you or sway you, and especially what's going on outside of you. It's this, you know, stay focused on that positive outcome, on what you want, because emotional fulfillment, an offer that is emotionally fulfilling. You've worked on filling your own cup, and now it's this place of trusting that the universe is lining everything up. Everything's lining up for you, and you gotta just shut out the noise. There we go. Y'all know when I start doing that, it's coming through. And let's just get some last messages of guidance with all this full moon stuff. The energies are so consistent. I was kind of hesitant today because it's just been, I felt like it still was kind of in that place where when I did the full moon reading, and clearly because we're still in the full moon, but I love doing it and I felt guided. I'm playing with some ideas of you know, twisting things up a little bit. So anyways, last messages of guidance. Okay. Whatever is going on, y'all, it's very much divine. You might feel like this. You might feel like this internally right now. It's chaos and conflict. 33 ascended masters in the house. It's because it's spirit. It's healing. There's spiritual healing. Some could be going through this massive leveling up, awakenings. At different levels, I'm kind of hearing right now in the collective is big awakenings, and people, no matter where they are at, we have people, big numbers starting to wake up, period. And then it feels like what I'm kind of seeing is this, like, everybody's leveling up, if that makes sense. It's this, and really face this shit and do this with a whole lot of trust, because the fates comes out This shit is destiny. And I feel like that's a message is destined. It's fate and there's a purpose. And it does feel like this. But underneath that was this deep knowing. So what underlies the big message right now? Oh my God. And under that was new life. Big trust that it's all lining up for this. Isn't that beautiful? That worked out beautifully. So I fucking love them. Love them. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed. I hope they resonated. I I hope you all have an amazing day. And like, fill me in if you want to. You don't have to, of course, but I love hearing from you and individual and unique stories around these kind of big energies and big messages that we look at. So I hope that made sense. I'm a little wacky with the full moon energy, y'all. I love you so much.